door to Marcus's apartment swung open, and they stepped inside, the energy from the night still buzzing between them. The air was thick with anticipation, the kind that lingers after hours of dancing, drinking, and exchanging those subtle glances that speak louder than words. Marcus led the way, his heart racing just a little faster than usual. He glanced back at Kiki, who kicked off her heels by the door, a playful grin on her face as she followed him inside. "Nice place," she said, her voice teasing, but her eyes spoke something deeper. She was still riding the high of the night, but there was a shift in her gaze, something more intense now. Marcus chuckled softly, turning to face her as they reached the living room. "Thanks, but it's not about the place tonight." Kiki raised an eyebrow, stepping closer. "Oh yeah? What's it about then?" Marcus didn't hesitate, closing the gap between them. His hand gently touched her waist as he leaned in, his voice low and deliberate. "It's about you and me." He paused, letting the words sink in before adding, "And that birthday suit I've been waiting to see all night." Kiki laughed, a soft, flirtatious sound, but her eyes darkened with the kind of desire that had been building between them since they locked eyes at the club. The tension hung thick in the air now, and they both knew where the night was headed. Marcus leaned in closer, brushing his lips against her ear. "Let me please you. No teasing tonight. I want you now. Don't want to wait any longer." Kiki's breath hitched for just a moment, the pull of the moment overwhelming any last thoughts of holding back. "What are you waiting for?" she whispered back, her hands sliding up his chest, fingers tracing the lines of his muscles through his shirt. He didn't need any more of an invitation. Marcus reached for the light switch, plunging the room into darkness, but not before catching the flash of excitement in her eyes. The tension that had been simmering between them all night finally broke as he stepped back, giving her space to slip out of the dress that had caught his attention from the moment he saw her. "Put on that birthday suit," Marcus whispered, his voice deep and commanding. "Come here." Kiki hesitated for just a second, but it wasn't out of nervousness. She was playing along, letting the anticipation build between them. Slowly, she slid her dress off, revealing the smooth curves that Marcus had imagined all night. The darkness didn't hide the way his eyes roamed over her, drinking in every inch of her. "Damn," Marcus muttered under his breath. "I promised I'd love you down sober, and I'm gonna keep that promise tonight." Kiki smiled, stepping toward him, her bare skin glowing faintly in the dim light. She reached out, pulling him close, and Marcus didn't waste any more time. His hands moved over her body, every inch of her responding to his touch. He kissed her deeply, slowly, before lowering her onto the bed. "Baby, just relax," Marcus whispered. "I got you. You're not in this by yourself tonight." Kiki let out a soft sigh as she lay back, her body melting into the soft sheets. Marcus took his time, kissing his way down her neck, then lower, savoring every moment. His hands explored her, gently at first, then more urgently as the passion between them grew. "You're a queen to me," he whispered between kisses. "Let me show you how I feel." Kiki's breath came faster, her hands gripping the sheets as Marcus continued to kiss and explore every part of her body. It wasn't just about the lust, it was about the connection they had built throughout the night, the way they both needed to feel something real, something raw. "Can you take it?" Marcus asked, his voice thick with desire as he leaned back to look into her eyes. "If I cut these lights off and we're both naked?" Kiki nodded, her eyes locked onto his. "I can take it," she whispered, her voice barely audible. That was all Marcus needed to hear. He turned off the last dim light in the room, plunging them into total darkness, their bodies the only thing they could feel now. The rest of the night became a blur of heated touches, whispered promises, and the undeniable connection that came from being completely vulnerable with someone, his hands tracing the lines of her body as they moved together, their breaths mingling in the dark. Kiki responded with a soft moan, her body arching beneath him, the tension between them finally giving way to release. They weren't thinking about tomorrow or what came next. Right now it was just them, two people lost in the moment, letting go of everything else. As the night stretched on, they explored each other with an intensity that left them both breathless. Marcus didn't just want to see her naked, He wanted to know every part of her, to feel that connection beyond just the physical. By the time they collapsed onto the bed, their bodies spent, Marcus lay beside her, his breath still coming in heavy waves. Kiki curled up next to him, her head resting on his chest, and for a moment, the world outside disappeared. There were no missed calls, no waiting, no wondering, just the quiet satisfaction of the night they had both needed. Marcus closed his eyes, his hand resting on her back. He didn't know where things would go from here, but for tonight, this was enough.
Let me please you, no let me tease you. I want you now, don't wanna wait. I have to see you. Put on that birthday suit and come over. I promise that I will love you down so baby please, what you need is it me? Tell me right now, can you take it? Wanna see you naked. Just 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 wanna see you naked. Let me kiss every inch of your body. Baby, we'll start on the bed, then hit the floor. I'll give you more than you ever felt. You're not in it by yourself, no. So just relax, know you're bad, and let me please you like the queen you wanna be. But can you take it if I cut this lace off and we're naked? Just wanna see you naked. 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 All I want to do is see you on your birthday show. All I want to do is see you